Welcome back to the Steve and Tyler show. Not Steve and Tyler like that. One guy
with the one band
from the one band that did the one song. I mean, it was more than one song, but
2 songs. That's all we'll give him.
He had the long hair. He looks like he does meth. Anyway, but Steve and Tyler. I'm sure he's a really nice gentleman. Please don't sue us. We report the news that people typically don't see or hear, mainly things we think are funny. This, however, is a catch-up episode.
We're in the future, Steve.
We are actually in the past.
In the past? Is it the past?
We're like way behind the 8 ball because this is an episode to make up for something we will not have time for. But we want to give y'all the material. Make sure you guys are able to listen and laugh and hate us.
We don't want you to miss us too badly. We didn't take a week off. No weeks off, Steve.
No weeks off.
Hard work.
We had to work extra hard 1 week. No kidding. So please don't forget to leave us any type of feedback. Hate mail, love mail, dick pics. Tyler, you like dick pics? I like dick pics.
You know it.
I mean,
what kind of question is that?
Wherever. We got a Twitter, @SteveTyler_show. I mean, our Gmail's kind of our primary, so if you want to really
send us some stories to talk about, maybe we'll talk about
please. We'll talk about stories. This is actually, to my understanding, this is all stories that people sent to us. Roughly.
Or other things that we just never got to talking about that we meant
this
to.
Is true. Our Gmail, SteveandTylerShow@gmail.com. Subscribe on iTunes. And please, for the love of God,
please
follow us.
Please.
Follow us. Please. We need followers. I want followers. I want dedicated fans. If you have issues with the show, tell us. We won't give a shit, but we will most certainly respond to you.
We will not address your concerns.
We will read it, and we will respond, but not care too much. Just kidding.
This is not a democracy. We have the final votes.
No shit. I make it funny, not you. Anyway.
That's all I got, man.
Just kidding. Steve and Tyler are one funny crew together. Steve without Tyler is
just the Steve show, and no one would sure as shit watch
it. It's like cancer without death. It just doesn't go together. Okay, it's just not happening. Follow us on Podbean at the Steve and Tyler Show, please. Please.
This whole episode is just gonna be us going, please.
It's just us begging you for your attention. Please don't make us hate ourselves anymore.
No, we actually have stories this week.
I mean, kind of. Half of Detroit's mayoral candidates are convicted felons. Huh.
What a shock!
Honest to God, the worst part is
I didn't know they could even run. That was
I didn't either.
About.
I really didn't. And Detroit is in the midst of rebuilding. It was once a shining metropolis and home to 1.8 million. It was It was residents during the 1950s. The city filed for bankruptcy in 2013 and is now fewer than 675,000, called a motor home. Or Motor City home, motor home. Might as well be a motor home.
Detroit, the home of the motor home.
Bunch of trash. I mean, come on, man. 1.8 million in the 50s. Okay, that's fine. That's booming. That's incredible.
They just
do 605,000. You ever seen videos? People take Detroit going through the city. It is absolute garbage.
I was gonna say terrifying.
It is terrifying. I would never ever go through Detroit without a firearm.
I would just avoid Detroit.
Yeah, because it's garbage.
Apparently, they don't even have people that aren't felons to run for mayor.
I mean, it should come as no surprise. No surprise, Tyler.
But it did. I was shocked. I was just shocked that they could run. I was
very shocked too. True story. 3 have been charged with gun crimes, and 2 others for assault with intent to commit murder. What? Are we fucking running gang members for mayor?
First the Detroit News contender. Donna
Marie
some convictions.
Pitts. Some convictions they stretch back to the 70s. Okay, The most recent was 2008. So these people have been clean or innocent, however you want to paint it, for a good while. Okay, and all right, I understand that. I can get with that. Under state election law, the convicted felons can vote and run for office as long as they are not incarcerated or guilty of certain fraud-related offenses or crimes involving a breach of the public trust. The Detroit News reviewed the backgrounds of the mayoral contenders. Excuse my English. While some refute circumstances that led to their criminal convictions.
Of course.
Well, I mean,
Wasn't me.
obviously.
It's not mine.
Wasn't me. I'm innocent. I'm innocent.
Holding it for a friend, officer.
3 of them, however, said that their past is a motivating factor in their decisions to run. Now, I mean, call me crazy, but 3 of them did it? All right, bitch, please. I want to believe it because I want to believe people can change, and people can. I am a firm believer that people most certainly can change. But if you're an absolute piece of shit,
a felon, Steve. It's not like it's a parking ticket. These are felons. Commit murder. They wanted intent.
Intent. Now,
she didn't kill him, but she had intent. She tried.
It is she. It is a she.
It's Donna Marie Pitts. Multiple felony convictions dating back to 1977.
She is 58, which I don't believe age, especially, that's actually kind of young, to be honest, matters in this. But, yeah, 1977, according to court records in Wayne and Oakland counties. Now, her quote is, "I don't hide it. God has brought me out," said Pitts, "who wants to improve healthcare services and tackle crime. Yeah, good luck, bitch. And work on rebuilding the community."
Maybe she turned her life around, Steve.
I don't know. I want to believe she did. I truly do. I really do, but let's be realistic. I hope voters don't look at it as negative, but as my experience, and I can help. I want to fight for them. Do you? I mean, I want to believe that I really want to believe that she wants to do good, but her current voters are.
How do you vote for someone like this?
She's a criminal. Literally, she is a criminal.
I want to be the campaign.
She can't own a firearm.
I want to be the campaign manager of the people running against her.
Yeah. Oh God, all day.
You literally just point out that she has all these felonies, and congratulations, you can be mayor.
Yep.
Well, now you got to beat the 6 other people, but
here, let's go through her track record. Pitts was convicted of receiving a stolen car in 1977. 10 years later, she was charged with 2 counts of assault with intent to murder and 2 firearm offenses in connection with 2 separate shooting incidents, which means the firearm was discharged. So she, assuming she is the one who fired the weapon, seems how she was charged with it, shot the gun. She shot it. On March 24th, 1987, Detroit Recorder's Court records say intent to murder. Come on.
The best part is she tries to make it sound like all these things she did in the past with intent to murder and all these other felonies. She tries to make it look like it's a good thing. Those are not good things, Steve.
No, I mean, like she stated it gave her experience.
Experience. Of course. Instead of doing an internship, I should have just fucking received a stolen car and shot at people in the streets.
And you would have been.
And then I should run for mayor because I have experience. This lady is out of her mind. Anyone who votes for her better either be related to her or know her personally, because anyone else that votes for her is crazy. Yeah. Crazy, Steve. How do you vote for someone like this?
You can't put somebody in elected office, skin color or not. If this was a white person, I'd say the exact same thing.
We don't even know. I mean, we could assume, but there's no confirmation either way in this article.
You know, stereotypical, but I mean, let's be realistic. I mean, come on. If she's a white person, why the fuck is she out? Get her back in. You don't skate on that. No.
Being convicted of felonies is not a good thing.
Absolutely not. I have not. I carry. I get to have my firearms. I love it. I love shooting. I'm a good human. I hope At least in my own perspective, because apparently,
not everyone would agree with you. I think.
well, I don't give a shit. I'm not here to impress everybody else. I'm here to make everybody laugh. Now, Dave Chappelle, on the other hand,
he does make people laugh.
he does, but you know what? He's still telling transphobic jokes.
Apparently, that's very offensive.
Apparently, I think it's hysterical. I love this man.
This is Dave Chappelle, black man. It's worth pointing out in this case.
He is incredible black.
Because
and he is also incredible Democrat.
But he makes jokes, Steve, about literally everything.
Yes, and he is hysterical.
That's what comedians do, Steve.
He is hysterical. I love this man. I do. When he left, God, man, he stopped doing the Chappelle show, and I was so sad. And he came back and he did specials on Netflix. He is funny. Dave Chappelle was doing a show at Radio City Music Halland. Was telling more jokes about trans people, and apparently trans people are not happy about it, Tyler. They're not happy. This is a quote. He started by talking about how he was shocked by Trump's ban on transgender officers in the military because he didn't realize there were any trans people in the military. Sounds like a secret weapon to me, he continued.
It's so funny.
See, hold on. This is an actual joke. This is the best part. If y'all don't laugh at this, you guys are not human. If I was in ISIS in the trenches fighting against the United States, all of a sudden I see a man with a beard and a big D cups titties just rushing in my foxhole and shit, I'd be horrified. I read this quote and I laughed for a good while. Mainly because it's Chappelle. He's funny. This is one of the only comics I ever seen smoke on stage. In his Netflix fucking special. This dude, we're in the environment now, smoking bad. No, fuck that shit. Smoking is bad. He's like, all right, anybody got a light? Y'all got a light? And he does it on stage. You want to know why? Chappelle's a fucking badass. Chappelle don't give a fuck about you, anybody else. The man is funny. And he's a Democrat. This is a Republican show. He's a Democrat. Here's another quote. He started by talking about how he was... Or, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Let me scroll down here. Quote, unquote. Later, he told a story about receiving a fan letter that derided his trans jokes, to which he replied, a weird thing happened to me in this moment. It honestly made me feel bad that I made somebody else feel bad. That was, however, just misdirection for another series of trans jokes.
Chappelle, add it again.
Seriously. I read in the paper that Caitlyn Jenner was contemplating posing nude in an upcoming issue of Sports Illustrated. Oh, and I knew it was politically incorrect to say, so I figured I'd just say it for everybody. Yuck. Fuck, man. I just wanted to read some stats. Like, why are you cramming man pussy in the middle of sports page like that? You... What? Oh my God! This article that we're this from, these quotes, they're all negative towards Chappelle, but they're quoting his jokes, which is the best part.
Still funny.
Because it's hysterical. Because he's funny. It's a joke.
It's Dave Chappelle. He jokes about everyone. He jokes about black people. Jokes about white people.
You know what?
Indians. Underage people.
Go watch Chappelle's show. Oh my God, he did so many skits. It's just a joke. The fact that he called this person Caitlyn Jenner, not Bruce, says a whole lot about his views. Trust me.
You can't even tell jokes anymore, Steve, without someone getting offended.
You can't. And
you know who also got offended by Chappelle, Steve?
Please tell me.
Amy Schumer.
Amy Schumer? Why?
The least funny person on the face of the earth.
She really is an absolute drag.
She's terrible. She's complaining that Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock are making more money than her.
Now let's be realistic. Chris Rock is
Pretty funny.
He's funny.
He's
he
not
is.
Chappelle. He's probably below Chappelle.
Chris Rock is an actual
But
racist.
Amy Schumer is not funny at all.
Amy Schumer's a piece of shit.
She's really terrible.
She's upset because she's not paying as much in monies and in laughs.
I didn't even know that was an actual currency. Laughs.
I mean, hey, everybody listening. Everybody listening. If y'all can laugh out loud, make sure your mic is on when you listen to this shit. Laugh and then very, very loud.
I actually use those to pay my rent at the end of the month. Just open a big bag of laughs.
I gotta buy. I can't think of anything good to buy. I gotta buy more stuff. I need more money. All right, good. The thing that gets me about Amy Schumer, tell funny jokes. Then you suck. You wore all leather and you looked like a cow. You looked horrible. I mean, you were just fucking hideous. Oh, it's an all leather special.
Listen,
you look like shit, and your jokes are garbage.
All of her jokes are about feminism.
Because Netflix threw it in my face every time I opened Netflix on my PS4. They were like, listen to Amy Schumer. So I did. Once. For about 20 seconds. And it was...
I'm surprised you made it that far.
Well, I mean, 20... I like to think I'm a moderist, and I'm not. She sucks. She's trash. Chappelle. Hysterical. Most of the time. He is. Most of the time. Chris Rock. He was funnier, in my opinion, Tyler, before he went political.
Yeah, I would agree.
He's a bit of a racist now. Let's be real.
He probably doesn't listen to our show.
Man hates white people. Get fucked. Anyway, he went political, but he still has good shit.
I hate to talk about this.
See why?
Because I'm gonna bring it up. This is like Kaepernick, right?
Why you gotta why? Whoa!
If you can play,
this isn't in my notes.
If you can play, you get paid. If you tell funny jokes, you get paid. This just did, Amy Schumer. You're trash.
Yeah, quit taking a knee, bitch.
Her jokes aren't funny. Her ratings are shit.
Nobody's wearing your jersey. Nobody's wearing.
Nobody wears. I didn't know she had a jersey, but if she did, I'm not wearing it.
Nobody's wearing your leather, dumbass.
If you want to make more money, it's called produce.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Give me yucks.
It's not that the system's against you. You get paid for producing value. That's it.
Maybe we don't produce value, but guess what? People will tell us eventually, or they won't. I don't give a shit. Be funny, or don't. We're making fun of you, so I think it's funny.
If she got views, and people thought she was funny, if she, by some stroke of luck, was more popular than Chappelle, she would get paid more than Chappelle. It's pretty simple. It's not because he has a wiener.
Yeah, no,
and balls.
And balls. I mean,
believe it or not, Amy.
She's a white woman.
You're just
I guess.
Funny.
No, she's not. She's trash. She's absolute garbage. But this next story has absolutely nothing to do with what we were talking about just now. Tyler, are you carrying too much weight? You may be mistaken for an American.
From time to time. A little bit.
Heavier people are assumed to be from the U.S., according to Washington scientists. Huh.
You read this story and you're like, wow, that can't be right. And then you think about it, you're like, maybe.
I had a real good. I was feeling energetic about the lead in, and I was like, you know what? I'm fucking fat. I'm like, wait a minute. When people see me, obviously,
Steve
don't get me wrong. I'm not some like beacon of health, but overweight people are assumed to be American. New research reveals. That's
a stereotype, Steve.
Well, no, that's a line from the article. People are significantly more likely to presume a heavy Asian person, is from the U.S. than someone of normal weight with the same ancestry, a study review found. Huh. So now we're getting to be
Just,
racist?
we're just fattest?
Would this be like pan Pacific bullshitist? What are we right now? I don't know. So apparently fat Asians are more US than normal Asians, which I'll save that to the end of the article. It is also assumed that overweight Asian people live in the US legally, unlike those with a healthy BMI, body mass index, the research adds. So, Tyler, can you tell somebody's BMI by looking at them?
Apparently, if they're Asian.
I guess if they're Asian. Ooh, what?
This article just makes no sense.
No, it really doesn't, and that's why it's hysterical. So if you're fat and Asian, you are without a doubt American. You might be a sumo wrestler, you might not speak a lick of Asian, but guess what? You're American.
It's just assumed.
That's it. I say a lick of Asian. I said a lick of English. That's what I meant. It's assumed. It's
a lick of Asian.
Lick of Asian. That's hysterical. That's horrible.
The best part is this didn't apply to white, black, or Latino people.
It really doesn't.
So if you're fat and white, they just assume you're from somewhere else.
Yeah.
I'm very confused.
Incredibly confused, because at first I was like, all right, this has got to be racist. It's got to talk about white people, because there's a whole lot of fat.
Yeah, if you would have told me they thought white people are overweight, I'd be like, oh.
And they said,
okay.
No, Asians. And I was like, what? What? The researchers from the University of Washington analyzed 10 studies where a total of 1,000 college students were shown pictures of people of different races and asked to gauge their country of residence. Huh.
For what it's worth, if I had to be mistaken for being from somewhere, I'd like it to be America.
I mean,
hear those eagles go by in the background?
Yeah, I heard them, but the fact that they pointed out Asians must, I mean, I guess mentally it has to seem as though Asians work harder somehow because they're skinnier. I don't know.
I just don't get it. But this is the overweight ones they assume are American.
Yeah, because I guess the overweight ones don't work, which would mean that Americans don't work.
I don't even. But they didn't assume all fat people are American.
Which is the most.
This is the most confusing study I've ever read.
It is. This 1,000 different college students. Whoa.
Yeah, the very enlightened college people.
Yeah, from Washington. Yeah, because they're so fucking smart. Yeah, Washington. Wasn't it Washington that had the fucking?
We have talked about Washington many times on this show.
They had the
many
pressure wash shit off their sidewalks in front of their Capitol.
That's correct. Yeah. Washington, the state of Washington, not D.C. The state.
No, the state of Washington, where their crime was building, and where apparently their shitters were backing up on their literal front steps.
I don't even remember what episode that was.
I remember. I don't remember the episode. Who gives a shit? Listen to all of them.
Yeah,
you deserve to laugh.
Shameless plug for all the episodes.
Shameless plug to the entire Stephen Tyler show ever. Here's the episode because we like to be funny and stupid. Outrage. As Swiss hotel orders Jewish guest to shower before swimming.
Steve,
if
you would have told me...
This is actual racism.
If you would have told me everyone had to shower before swimming, I would have been, okay, no problem here. But this guy singled out the Jews.
You know what? Actually, I want to believe this is actually xenophobic.
I think it is.
This is literal xenophobe. Geneva. A Swiss hotel that posted signs telling Jewish clients to shower before using the pool and restricting their access to the facility's freezer has unleashed outrage and official complaints from Israel. Huh. Now,
why would you pick out just the Jewish people?
I didn't. I mean, are Jews dirty?
Now, it obviously looks bad because of the whole Holocaust. Right.
It does.
It looks bad. You pointed out just the Jews.
Yeah.
We already got 2 strikes. I mean, they did take down the signs, but
Eventually. This is eventually.
After some people complained, you know how it goes. But
I mean, it was in the Alpine village of Arosa in eastern Switzerland, and it's being viewed as anti-Semitic, and
I think because it probably is.
Realistically, I think this is. The signs read, "To our Jewish guests, it specified Jews, women, men, and children." It said women first, so I guess hey, they're not sexist. "Please take a shower before you go swimming," it said, adding that if you break the rules, I'm forced to close the swimming pool for you.
And he spelled clothes wrong, which is pretty funny.
Which is absolutely hysterical. So you're going to... How are you going to know somebody's Jewish? Does it say on their passport through Europe, which is universal? Huh. No? Okay, cool. Who cares? Why? How are you going to know? One, how are you going to know somebody's Jewish? It's not like you know somebody's black. You can tell.
Maybe they could be like the Orthodox ones with like.
It's not like some. Seriously. Or it's still. Or the Curlies. Come on.
Yeah.
You're gonna. Oh man, see, yeah, but yarmulke. I don't believe they wear the yarmulke when they jump in the pool, kid.
Well, yeah, but it's a good point.
Just saying. They actually might. I don't know.
I have no idea.
All I know is that this is wrong in the utmost.
This is probably one of those cases where somebody ruined it for everyone else, so they pointed out the Jews, and the guy didn't think all the way through. At least that's what I hope, right? I'm hoping that this guy didn't write this thinking, "Oh boy, this is gonna be xenophobic."
This is gonna be great. There was a second notice, and it was in the kitchen, which was stated earlier. Meanwhile, instructed our Jewish guests, quote unquote, that they could only access the facility's freezer between 10 and 11 a.m. and between 4:30 and 5:30 p.m.
It just brings up the same question. Why did this guy or girl just point out the Jews?
Why? Why?
Why?
I hope you understand that our team does not like being disturbed all the time. The sign also read at the notice in the kitchen. Your team does not being disturbed. It's 2 hours a day. Granted, it's 10 to 11. That's not even breakfast hours. That's lunch, at the best. 4:30 to 5:30. That's kind of dinner time. I'll fly with that. But why are you allowing guests in your freezers? You own the fucking kitchen. Tell them to get out as a whole. I don't understand that. Everybody, get the fuck out. Not our Jewish guests. Seriously, realistically, what? Do you have kitchens in your hotel rooms? If you did, then I guess I understand this. I understand this. But if you don't, then you are incredibly stupid. I hope you understand that our team does not like being disturbed all the time. All the time, you left it for 2 hours. And if someone is busy enough, 2 hours, which would potentially be in the same shift, is absolute trash. It's nothing. So, why specify Jews? You are anti-Semitic. Not you, but not us.
Not
but
the listener.
The Swiss in this context. In this context, at this hotel.
Story or wrote the sound.
Yes. You're immediately singling out a group of people and calling. You're stating that they are lesser because they can't go swimming. They got to shower first. You're saying they're greasy? What are you trying to point out?
All you had to do was put "to all guests."
Yep.
And you would have been fine.
Yep.
To all guests, please take a shower. To all guests, you can only access the freezer from here to here. But instead, you singled someone out.
As Tyler stated earlier, the signs
go.
have been removed, which I think was wrong.
You didn't have
think
to
they
remove them. You just should
No.
have replaced them.
Yep. It is fucking simple. Don't be stupid. Just reword it.
Steve, we could run a hotel. The Steve and
Tyler.
Tyler Show. The hotel.
Steve and Tyler Hotel. You want to laugh nonstop? Okay, we got you.
We include all people in our hotel, by the way.
Yes, we do. We do. We do not shy away from Jews. Ben Shapiro, for the love of God, please listen to our show. Laugh. Absolutely hate it because you are much more intellectual than us. Please listen. Anyway. Next. Last story. Exclusive. Canadian schools. Not publishing. Not pushing.
Let me get this.
Yeah, Tyler, you got this.
They're pushing L, G, G, B, D, T, T, I, Q, Q, A, P, P.
You missed one T.
Did I really?
But yes, yeah, you did. It's triple.
Oh God, I missed the T.
T.
I ruined it. The show's ruined.
Suck. We gotta re-record. There's an actual inclusive training being held in Canada. This is in Canada to help people understand and learn to accept those who are disgusting, and they are disgusting.
I mean, we're running out of letters.
They're disgusting. You're gross.
15 acronyms we gotta remember?
This actually read on the flyer that was posted in Canada. Our goal is to become more familiar with current language, sensitive to current issues, and to share best practices in supporting our LGBTTTIQQ peers and students.
We gotta come up with a word for that. We can't keep reading this out the whole show.
You want? I mean,
actually, I don't want to forget anyone. You know, that might be a little too offensive.
Here, I got one. Gross. That is absolutely disgusting.
Gross.
No, it is. It's gross. It is abundantly disgusting. Now, you may not know this, Tyler, and I'm sure you do, but the worst, and I mean absolute worst part of all of this, is that it's pushing this event in elementary school groups. Elementary kids. Not high school, college. Elementary. You're pushing this on the children.
Why do the children have to be exposed to this, Steve? They don't know.
You force feed adults this nonsense about personal choices by people who are disgusting. But to force it on kids is so much worse. Teaching a child that is so all right to be anything other than what God created you to be is wrong in every single way.
The kid doesn't know what the hell is going on.
No idea.
But now I have inclusive training, so I remember all these things.
You got all of that training. You read the flyer, so you're good. You most certainly can change what you are. But you cannot and should not expect everyone to accept your choices because you woke up and decided, hey, you know what? I don't want a penis today. Or you don't want boobs anymore because you don't want to change, because you want to change things up. You want to flip a coin and see what happens. You know what, Tyler? My thing is, you know what? You can be disgusting, an abomination around people who care, but do not force everybody to feel the same and to give you the attention you feel you deserve.
I just want to know what all these letters stand for.
Yeah, I would also like this because...
I mean, we're running out of letters.
Yeah, I have no idea.
3 T's, 2 A's, 2 P's, 2 G's.
Wasn't there 2 Q's? Was there 2 Q's?
There's probably, 2 Q's.
Yeah, there's 2 Q's, 2 A's, 2 P's. I don't get it. I don't care.
Know. You're
gross.
Running...
Canada, you're stupid. We talked about this in last week's episode. You're dumb. You're going to let people die of frostbite, literally, because you can't afford to house people who you... Oh, Justin Trudeau said you could house. You're dumb. Now, with that being said, if you like serious yet witty, hysterical talk, please follow us on Twitter at Steve Tyler _show.
Short episode this week.
It was pretty short. Go ahead and email us any stories, funny stuff, garbage. We'll take garbage. We'll read it. we may or may not, talk about it.
Oh, we might. We'll give you a shout out though. Shout out, friend of the stream.
Yeah, there is a shout out.
Podcast.
Whether it's negative or positive, shout out. Steven Tyler Show at gmail.com. Subscribe to us on iTunes, and please follow us on Podbean at the Steven Tyler Show.
Please, more begging, please.
Please give us follows. Follows are good. Follows means you get our content first.
That's
and you
true.
want that because
right away. No hesitation.
We make you laugh.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time, and thank you for listening. God bless you. And
God bless America.
God bless America.